Welcome, everyone, to today's episode of the Jank Think Tank, the channel where we discuss all your favorite, well, not all of your favorite, but all sorts of jank combos, deck techs, and we even show a little bit of gameplay every now and then. Joining me, as usual, we have Josh. Other way. Yeah, he's on my left.
How about we just mix that around
much better.
Because we can.
I don't know where anyone is.
I don't know what I'm doing. How's your 4th of July so far?
It's going. It's going. You know, I was invited to a pool party, and you know, I'm planning to go there after we get done recording this and after we get done filming. So I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty excited.
You know,
it's my first time being in the sun in like months. So,
well, and you know, it's funny. I literally just got back from out of town, like about 20 minutes before recording. So. Little bit of a lag as far as travel, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Travel always wears people out, man.
It does.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah. But I'm excited for this episode, kind of a follow-up to the previous episode we had, where I debuted a new deck that I put together. And you had suggested I do the deck tech.
Yeah, because the last few times I've done the deck techs, and I've been the one to talk about all my stuff. So I figured I'd let you do the talking this time.
Oh, geez, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, let me go ahead and bring this up for everyone. So this is on tappedout.net. It's a fantastic site. A link to the deck will be in the description. So this is my deck. It's nothing but wholesome magic.
Nothing but wholesome magic.
Wholesome magic.
It's more like anything but wholesome magic.
I feel like everything about this deck is just false advertising in every way, shape, and form.
Hey, you know.
But as you guys saw in the last episode, as Matthew said, it's anything but wholesome. So the commander for this deck is Tobias Andrian. He is a legendary creature, human advisor, 4/4 with a casting cost of 3 white, blue, so a total of 5. No abilities whatsoever.
None. The old 7 legends usually didn't.
Yeah. And the reason why I picked him, I wanted this deck to be a little deceiving. In that, because typically whenever you see a commander, you can go, oh, okay, that's kind of the gist of the deck. Yeah,
like send triplets. You see the commander and you immediately go, oh no. Or
yeah, you see the commander and you go, nope, screw that, I'm out.
Yep.
Kozilek, the Great Distortion. Anytime anyone plays any Eldrazi, you know it's going to be. Same thing with Atraxa. Atraxa, if you see her, it's either going to be infect, counters Super Friends, which is just a crap ton of planeswalkers. So I wanted to really kind of throw the wrench in the whole thing by using a vanilla commander. So the whole purpose of the deck, it really is more of a meme in that respect, because I'm taking aspects of Commander that a lot of people are like, do you really have to do that? And I put it all in the deck. I mean, Matthew, when I showed you this deck list and you go,
I went, oh, jeez, oh, gross, oh.
So So I'm going to run through the deck list really quick, and then you guys saw the deck in action previously, but I have changed it up just a little bit from the original design, optimized it just a smidge, and then like we did last time, we're gonna play.
We're going to show some gameplay.
Yes. So lands is going to be pretty cut and dry. A lot of white and blue lands. I'm not running any crazy fetch lands. I do use Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse.
That's the new Evolving Wilds art.
Yes,
quite from the Forgotten Realms.
Yes. Ooh, I didn't even realize they put that on there. That's pretty. Gates of Isfel. I mean, pay 2, white, blue, tap, sacrifice. You gain 2 life and draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Access Tunnel in this is really helpful because it makes creatures unblockable. And I have particular creatures in the deck that becomes a very useful.
Infect.
Yes. What? I did put the Urza Tron lands in there. So Urza's Mine, Power Plant, and Tower, because once you have all 3, then they just triple the amount of mana you're able to generate.
Yep.
Figured why not?
Yeah.
So let's run through the creatures really quick. So Angel of Destiny is a lot of fun.
Angel of Destiny, I've fought against it in arena a few times. It's kind of dumb.
It is
and
very
dumb.
It is a very dumb card, and that's why it went in this deck. Because what she does is whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. So it's kind of a mischievous, hey, you let me swing and you'll gain more life.
Yeah.
Totally. However, Angel of Destiny, her second aspect is what really comes into play. At the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 life more than your starting life total, so at least 55, because in Commander we start with 40, each player Angel of Destiny attack this turn loses the game.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty dumb.
Pretty dumb.
Give it something like Myriad.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Helm of the Host.
Helm of the Hosts. Yeah, it's definitely one. Something that we may see in gameplay later. Who knows?
Oh, hell. Aven Mind Sensor. This card I feel is very underutilized, underappreciated. If an opponent would search a library, that player searches the top 4 cards of the library instead. So when someone cracks, Evolving Wilds or Terramorphic Expanse or a fetch land, they can only look at the top 4. It completely locks them out. So this has really a little bit of stacks.
It's really frustrating. I've had it happen to me on Evolving Wilds. It was like turn 7 and I had 3 lands. And I finally drew an Evolving Wilds. And I went to play it and crack it, and dude goes, Aven Mind Sensor.
Yeah, that flash ability, it's almost about as bad as like Opposition Agent. Where this deck isn't running black, it makes sense.
It could.
Yeah.
If you wanted to change the commander, it could definitely fit some. It could be an Esper Good Stuff deck.
Ooh, I could, and then I could throw in some fun. You know what? No, I'm going to be nice.
just stick with 2 colors.
Blade Griff prototype. This is a fun card, one that I hardly ever see. Whenever Blade Griff prototype deals combat damage to a player, destroy target non-land permanent of that player's choice that one of your opponents controls. So that could be used for a politics thing. If you're teaming up against someone, say you got a game of Archenemy. This is gonna have some. You're gonna have fun with this one, and really be like, hey, you let me hit you, and you can destroy whatever permanent's bugging you, and really create that alliance if you want during the game.
Yeah.
Blighted Agent.
We can skip over this one. We can skip over this one.
So as he mentioned, Infect is one of those mechanics that people just I don't get it, but
I love Infect.
I love Infect. This is the big mechanic that came out, or that was really big when I started playing. So it has a very special place in my heart.
It's kind of like
Blighted Agent is just a staple. Yeah, no, it's a staple.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, kind of like how I personally am in love with slivers. I love slivers.
I'm working.
Everybody that I play with hates slivers. They're like, oh, they're so powerful. You can get turn 3 and win the games. No, you can't really.
No,
it's a big creature base. One board wipe sets me back.
Yeah,
but I love slivers, and most people are absolutely hating them. So
yeah,
It's one of those things.
I don't enjoy playing against slivers, but I have to respect them.
Especially when they're built correctly.
Exactly.
Because you can easily just throw a bunch of slivers in a deck and call it a deck. Will it be a good one?
Maybe. Maybe not. That's kind of how my sliver deck is going at the moment, the one I'm building.
Just throw all of them in there.
Yep, all the slivers. Chain Throat Seeker, another infect creature.
Mm-hmm.
Chain Throat Seeker can't attack unless defending player is poisoned. So there's that downside, and it has a high casting cost. I mean, total casting cost of 6, 5, and a blue. But where you only have to hand out 10 poison counters, give that thing double strike, and
boom, there you go.
Boom. Draneth Magistrate, your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Again,
shuts down graveyards.
Shuts down graveyards, cheating out stuff.
Foreseek.
Mm-hmm.
Or force whatever.
Foretell.
Foretell.
Yep, that'll shut that down very effectively. So, Dream Trawler. Whenever you draw a card, Dream Trawler gets +1/+0 till end of turn. When he attacks, draw a card. Discard a card. He gains hexproof till end of turn, and then tap it. So, great form of protection. Fairy Formation just allows you to not only draw cards, but get some more flyers, more blockers. So, Lost Leonin, another infect creature. Meteor Golem. This is a really helpful artifact creature for just getting rid of a permanent that's a non-land permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Maul Drifter. This is gained a lot of popularity just on the card draw. So
3 mana for draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Because you normally end up casting it for that evoke cost.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep, it's a good one. Murmuring Mystic. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1. I believe you use that in your card draw with Kefnet, right?
Mm-hmm. That I do.
Yep. Neurot Commander has Shroud. Whenever you deal combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. So just to help keep that hand full.
Yep.
Octavia Living Thesis. This is one. At first, I was like, "Oh, this card sucks. It really, really sucks." And then I actually read the card. It's amazing what happens when you read cards. So it costs 8 less to cast if you have 8 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard. I mean, right now I'm running a total of 19 total. So very easy to get this out quickly.
Right.
But whenever, and it also has Ward 8, which I think we talked about is kind of more the fair version of Hexproof.
Mm-hmm. If you want to target it with a spell, you have to pay that much mana to be able to target it. Otherwise, it gets countered.
Yep.
So if you try to target this with the Terminate, you'd have to, instead of paying a red and a black, you have to pay 8 generic plus the red and the black.
Yeah. So.
It can be a little busted. It can be a little busted.
Little bit.
But it still gives you a chance to get rid of the creature if it's giving you a big problem. Whereas with Hexproof, you can't really do anything.
The thing about Octavia that I really enjoy is the Magecraft ability. So whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, target creature has base power and toughness of 8/8 until end of turn. You play just a simple pump spell. I target Blighted Agent who's already unblockable. Boom, there's already 8 poison counters.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with that. Priest of Norn, another infect. This one has vigilance, so super excited. Just infect.
Right.
Sea Scryer is really good as a mana dork. So
it's a blue mana dork.
It's a blue mana dork, exactly. Shriek Raptor, another infect. I pulled a lot of the infect creatures from New Phyrexia.
Yeah.
Because
there was a lot.
Yes, there were.
There were a lot.
Silver Mirror.
Another mana dork.
Another mana dork, yep. Sphinx of Foresight, you may reveal the card from your opening hand. If you do, scry 3 at the beginning of your first upkeep. scrying at the beginning of your upkeep is fantastic.
Yeah. Turn 1.
Yeah, you can
Pretty
literally
decent.
plan out your next 3 draws with that. So, but then it also has the static ability at the beginning of your upkeep, scry ones. So it really helps you be able to just churn through your deck even faster. Spire Monitor, just another flyer. Can't go wrong with that.
Right.
Sun Titan, when ETBs or attacks, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So got some graveyard recursion too.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird for white and blue, but you know, yay for Sun Titan.
Hey.
Taranika, a Crowan veteran. Whenever she attacks, untap another target creature I control until end of turn. That creature has base power and toughness 4/4 and gains indestructible.
Blighted Agent again, or any of the smaller infect creatures.
Yep. It also is beneficial for the mana dorks as well, because I can untap them and tap them again to generate more mana. So
right.
Teen Shriek, Infect, shocker, and then Wall Denial, defense. So it's a wall, can attack, but it's flying and shroud. So it's a big beefy wall. So.
0/8.
Mm-hmm.
I run this in Arcades.
Oh yes,
the Bant Wall Commander.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Let me jump over to the enchantments because I want to say the instants and sorceries because that's where a lot of the fun is.
Right.
Angelic Exaltation. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X till end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. So you get a ton of fairies out from fairy formation, and a Blighted Agent attack by itself. Boom! What a boost! Banishing Light. This is great for removal. It's annoying.
It is. It is. I've played against it a few times in arena.
Mm-hmm.
It gets really annoying. Someone targets your commander.
You're just like, oh god.
Now we're gonna pay more for them. Oh, my Iron Scale Hydra. Dang it! Now it's gone.
Oh, there goes that Elder Gargaroth.
Man, there went all my card drawing green.
Right. Frozen Aether, artifacts, creatures, and lands your opponent's control come into play tapped. This is again where that lockout stacks aspect comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Gaseous Form, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by enchanted creature. This is fun to put on someone's commander.
Put on what you can do is combo that with Palisade Giant.
Oh,
so there's a combo with Palisade Giant and Ghostly Possession where you prevent all combat damage, but he can block any number of creatures in combat. He becomes the ultimate wall.
That is fabulous. I like that.
Wait, I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, God.
Crap. Ghostly Prison. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 mana for each creature they control that's attacking you. So, again, just kind of that pillow aspect. A little more taxes, if you will. Inexorable Tide, whenever you cast the spell, proliferate. Remember, you only need to get 1 poison counter and then let the proliferation just have fun. Levitation, creatures you control have flying. Why not? Mammoth Umbra, enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has vigilance. And the totem armor is really helpful because if that enchanted creature is destroyed, you just remove the enchantment and your creature lives. So
you may see that one too.
Oh hell. Mind Control is fun. I mean, it's always fun to steal people's stuff.
Fun for the person who is stealing. Not stealing from.
Yes. Mystic Remora. This one has been I've seen it be used a lot more, especially on game nights. So it does have a cumulative upkeep of 1. If you can get this out turn 1, oh my gosh, you're going to be racking in the cards.
That is if they're casting spells. If they're just playing lands and passing, then it's just hurting you because you're having to spend your mana each turn.
Well, and it's a non-creature spell. So if they play a creature, they're good. But
So
good.
it's a well balanced card. It's one of the few blue cards that I say is well balanced.
What's really fun to do is if you have the card Solemnity, which means that players and permanents,
don't get counters.
It will actually prevent the cumulative upkeep. So you could just keep Mystic Remora out there.
Yeah. Moving on, Solemnity.
Ominous Seas, whenever you draw a card, put a Force Shadow counter on Ominous Seas, remove 8 and create an 8/8 blue Kraken. It also has cycling. So if it's one of those dead cards in your hand and you don't really need it, you can pay 2, discard it, and then draw cards. So Steel the Godhead, I love this card. This one is fantastic. So it costs 2, and you can pay either white or blue. So it has that hybrid mana as an enchantment. As long as the enchanted creature is white, it gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. Or as long as the enchanted creature is blue, it gets +1/+1 and is unblockable. Play this on like Tobias, who has white and blue in the casting cost, and he gets both.
You could also play it on something like Narset, for example. Ooh.
You're not still salty about Narset, are you?
What? The Planeswalker? No. No.
Previous game,
don't worry about it.
I still feel bad. But moving on to Fairy's Ageless Insight. If you would draw a card, except for the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, you draw 2 cards instead. Now, there is a particular combo with that, and it's actually the next one, Teferi's Tutelage. Whenever Teferi's Tutelage enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard. But then, whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2. So, if you're drawing extra cards off of Teferi's Ageless Insight or any of the other card draw engines that I have in here, welcome to Mill City.
Yep.
So,
yeah. It's a thing.
It is. And then we have War Attacks. Creatures can attack you this turn unless their controller pays X for each attacking creature. You can make this obscene. This will shut down token decks.
Yeah, they go to swinging with 50. Well, 50 is a bit much because you have to put 50 in there. But either way.
Scoot Swarm, that's easy.
Yeah, Scoot Swarm. Yeah, any amount of creatures, you just pay a certain amount. That's more than the opposing player's mana pool active. If they're tapped out on lands, they can't swing in because you activate this before attackers are declared.
Yeah. And where there's plenty of land mana generators in this deck, you can make an obscene amount of attacks. Just moving forward to the instants and sorceries. Swords to Plowshares, solid removal. I think the best removal spell in white for a targeted
Path to Exile as well.
Yeah. Show of Confidence. Whenever you cast the spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery spell you've cast this turn. So it's kind of like a minor version of Storm. You may choose new targets for the copy. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature, gains vigilance till end of turn. So very helpful. Saw it coming. One of my favorite
counter spells
because you can foretell it and save it for a rainy day. Negate. No, sir. No spell for you.
No. One of my favorite counter spells is Didn't Say Please.
I do like that one.
It's probably
because it's all I should probably put that in this one as well because of the meme aspect. One of the other counter spells in this that I really like that apparently hardly anyone's heard about, Grip of Amnesia. Counter target spell unless its controller removes his or her graveyard from the game, and then you draw a card.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, yeah. I was going through my stuff, and I read it, and I was like, oh. So not only are you able to either counter a spell, exile someone's graveyard, and for one who's playing a lot of graveyard recursion, that will destroy their game. And then you get to draw a card. Yeah.
A lot of stuff for 2 mana. Pretty decent.
And it's only 24 cents on TCG. So, yeah, very cheap. Fuel for the Cause, counter target spell, then proliferate. Again, another another solid card.
Mm-hmm.
Ephemerate, exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control, and it has rebounds. So
it's a blink.
Yep, wonderful blink that you get extra use out of. I'm going to save the last instant because they're the nasty combo that's in there. Windfall, jumping over sorceries. Each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. You look at the Ageless Insight tutelage combo, you're going to be milling. Someone's going to mill a lot, especially if you're drawing 14 cards. If someone
they mill 28.
Wash out, return all permanents of the color of your choice to their owner's hands. This is like Cyclonic Rift, only worse.
So someone
playing a mono color, like mono green.
Yeah. You say mono green returns all their non-land permanents that are green to their hand.
Yep.
And then you windfall.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Secret Rendezvous. This is a new one from Strixhaven. You and target opponent each draw 3 cards. So it's like the white version of Ancestral Vision. Or Ancestral Recall. Yeah.
Whichever one.
Yeah. Power 9. Reminisce. Target player shuffles his or her graveyard into his or her library. I believe I used this one on you.
Yes, you did.
And you were moving along. McKinley Stampede. Creatures.
I wasn't upset at all.
No, of course not. Creatures you control get +2/+2 till end of turn. And then it's one of the modal double face cards. So if you're hurting on planes, you can play it for the land as well. So Gitaxian Probe, unfortunately, was banned in Modern.
Oh, sad day.
So it costs 1 blue for Exian mana. So what that means is you can either pay 1 blue or pay using 2 life to look at target player's hand, then you get a draw card. So very, very helpful to kind of give you an idea of what's going on.
Especially on turn 1.
Exactly. Yep. Does Day of Judgment, destroy all creatures, just a board wipe. That's all that one is. Clear the Mind, target player shuffles their graveyard into their library and then draw a card. So this one, much like Reminisce, can be used on your opponents, or you can use it on yourself. So to avoid milling out. Now we come to the reason why I saved Cosmic Intervention for last. So if a permanent you control would be put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn, exile it instead, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And it also has Foretell. So you get this card, you foretell it, save it for a rainy day. Now, you can use it on either Day of Judgment. So when you go to do the board wipe and destroy all creatures, you end up exiling all of yours.
You fade out, essentially, destroy the board, and then you return unharmed.
The nice thing is, this route, you still get all the ETB effects, where phasing, you don't.
Yeah. Because phasing, they aren't leaving the battlefield.
Correct.
They just kind of become ephemerate for a minute.
And then, obviously...
They turn into ghosts. Oh!
Casper!
He's
and
a
then
friendly ghost.
I feel like I'm breaking a cardinal rule of Commander with this.
You are, but we're not going to talk about it.
So, Armageddon, destroy all lands. So, the combo with this... You play Armageddon at sorcery speed with that on the stack. You play Cosmic Intervention. So that way, that ability is protecting your lands.
Yeah.
Everybody else's lands go, assuming they don't have a response. You have plenty of counter spells in this anyway. You can counter their stuff. But destroy all the lands, your lands come back in. At that point, people are going to be like, yep, nope, we're out.
Yeah, I'm not restarting this whole game from turn 1, essentially.
Yeah. So that's, like I said, that's the deck.
There is one suggestion. This card hasn't been released yet. It was spoiled Friday, I believe. It's called Imerith Desert Doom. It is a 3 blue legendary creature dragon. It's the blue dragon. So they had a cycle. It's the red, green, blue, white, black dragons. But flying Imarith Desert Doom has ward 4 as long as it's untapped. Whenever Imarith deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then if you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. You talked about wanting to keep your hand full with this deck.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty okay way to do it.
Yeah.
Out of the named dragons, because they have one of the really cool things about the Forgotten Realms is that they have the named dragons, and then they have the unnamed dragons. So they have green, red, black, blue. They haven't released the white dragon yet as part of the cycle. And then they have those colored, but their names like Old Gnawbone, Imarith, Desert Doom,
Even Death.
Ebon Death, the Eternal or whatever his name is. It's the black skeleton.
Yeah, Ebon Death, Draco Lich,
yeah. And then the white one, Frost Tongue, the chill death, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But just a suggestion for when the card comes out, may want to pick up a copy for this.
Yeah, definitely one worth getting.
I think Old Gnawbone's the most powerful so far. It's whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens.
Yes.
So, but we'll do a spoiler episode once the whole set's released. So I don't want to go into detail about it.
Yeah, exactly. We'll save that for another one. But now let's play.
Let's play. Do. Need to have some awesome music intro there. Like, all right, let's play.
Game time. Do.
It's morphin' time. Whichever one.
Sure.
And we're going to see Josh playing this deck. He's going to be not debuting it, but giving us a better example of it. And since today is the 4th of July, I'm going to be running an all-American hero deck. It's Jeskai, so it's white, blue, and red, white, and blue. But that's what I'm going to be running. The commander that I'm going to be playing with is Narset, the Enlightened Master. Oh. And so we'll get to see it. No, it's not as bad as it sounds, Josh. It's not as bad as it sounds. I know a lot of people hear that and they're like, "Oh gosh, infinite turns, Narset." I only run one combo in there. Okay, it's gonna be okay.
Okay. We'll see what really happens.
Right.
All right. So I've got the game set up. So you should be able to find that on untapped.in. Again, if you and this is not sponsored by Untap, we just really love the website.
It's really cool. It is done really well.
Move my life up to 40.
We each start with 40 life, except Josh. He starts with 20.
Hey, quiet.
Because reasons. He has
reasons. And this is actually letting me go first. That's very nice.
Sweet. I'm definitely going to have to mulligan because I'm not keeping the one land hand.
Oh, I'm keeping.
Mulligan 7. Let's see what we got.
Then I will let you guys know as a teaser, I am currently working on a Chitterfang Squirrel General deck.
Hey, it's pretty cool.
With some silver bordered cards. For example, I'll show this here. Boop. I've got a Cornelia Fashionable Flicker. Or filter. Yep, there we go. So technically not legal in Commander, but you know what? My play group was like, yeah, you have to play that.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely.
Duh. All right.
Let's see. Man, I keep in. So this is the one thing about this deck that I was afraid of. Is that I only put like 33 lands in the deck, which for me is a little low. And so I'm ending up with like 1 or 2 land hands, and I can't keep those in this deck. Okay, this is a little better. But it's still I have to keep it.
Okay.
I have to keep it.
Fair enough. Well, I will play my land for turn. Tap. Play Soul Ring. Tap 2.
I had to turn 1 Soul Ring, but I mulliganed it because I couldn't
play
it.
Silver Mirror.
Yep. I had to mulligan away my turn 1 Soul Ring because I didn't even have a turn 1 Soul Ring. It was in my hand, but I didn't have a land.
Oh, that sucks. All right, and then I will pass turn.
All right. So, what I will do is I will play the Scalding Tarn, pay 1 life to go down to First Blood to myself. Suck it. And I'll go find an island or a mountain. So, after that, it'll be your go.
All right. Untap. We'll draw for turn.
Island or mountain. So let's see.
Hold, please.
Baby-doo-ba-doo. I could have sworn I had a dual land in here somewhere.
All right. Sorry about that. Again.
No, you're good.
Things about unplanned overnight trips. I didn't bring proper charging equipment. And my watch goes, hey, we're shutting off. And I was like, oh, crap.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right. I will play an island for turn. I really like that artwork. And then, you know what? Let's do it. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, they've already got the lands from Adventures in the Forgotten Realm.
That I do.
That's beautiful. All right. So I will tap Soul Ring for 2.
All right.
Silver Mirror for blue and blue to play Teferi's Ageless Insight. Just
hold on.
Oh.
I have a response.
Oh, hell.
I'm going to tap this island to cast Annul. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. I can't let you have that, Josh. I can't let you have it. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. Your turn. Go.
Fine. Go.
It's fine.
All right.
You just want to play some Magic.
I just want to play. All right. So my turn. Yeah, I'm really behind because I had to keep a bad hand, but it is what it is.
You annulled my fun.
I did. I said your enchantment is null and void.
I know.
It was a null and void. All right, your go, boss.
All right. I will untap. Draw for turn.
Yeah. It feels bad having 2 mana compared to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So play Myriad Landscape, comes in tapped. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. It happens.
What to do?
Say 4, 5, 6.
You know what? Just because I this would be funny. I'm gonna tap 2.
He's going to pass turn.
Tap Silver Mirror.
I guess not.
For blue. And I'm going to cast my commander.
Hey, it's something. Hey.
All right, and then I will pass turn.
And I will proceed to draw. I'm going to put a plains onto the battlefield. Man. I don't need that on the battlefield just yet. So what I'm going to do is tap 1, 2, 3 to cast Divination to draw 2 cards. You are tapped out for mana, so I'm assuming there's no response.
No response.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. And then it'll be your go.
All right, I will untap.
Yep, and I'm back up to 7.
Return.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, so I will tap Soul Ring for 2 and white to cast Ghostly Prison.
Hey, it's a thing.
Yep. And then I will tap those for 2, and I will tap and sacrifice Myriad Landscape to go find
Two lands.
Two lands.
2 basic lands
Yes.
that share a card type.
So that's basic land, or is it? Yeah.
It's basic lands.
Yeah. Choices. Yeah, I need that. That's what I need. Okay.
And I'll take a sip of my drink.
Drink, and then
it's a Pepsi.
Those will kill me. Kill me. All right, and so those 2 enter tapped.
That they do.
I'll move that here and here. Give the deck a good old shuffle. And then I will proceed to combat.
Yep.
And swing at you, sir.
Are you going to pay the 2 for Ghostly Prison?
Yeah, I don't see that. Nice try, though.
Oh, I'm down to 35. And I take 4 commander damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you never saw that before with this deck.
Ooh. Boom. All right, pass turn.
All right, now we'll proceed to untap and draw. Oh, my God. Horrible. Horrible. I'll play this Prairie Stream, which does not come into the battlefield tapped because I control 2 or more basic lands.
Oh.
Yep. Then I will tap for 1, 2, and...
There we go. I wanted to actually target you during
okay.
combat.
I got you. And I'll pay 3 for a Heliod's Pilgrim. When Heliod's Pilgrim enter the battlefield, I get to search my library for an aura card, reveal it, put it into my hand. So I'll proceed to search through my library for something. For an aura card that cost 1. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. Do I even have an aura card that costs 1? Certainly I do.
I'm sure you do.
I mean, this deck is a lot of auras. So, yeah. Oh, man. I misplayed that, but that's fine. I could get that.
Wah, wah, wah.
I tapped the wrong lands.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Now, we could be like, oh, you mind if I tap that different? But I don't want to do that. I know this is a friendly setting, but
there's still like
oh, I found this card that will answer the thing. You mind if I untap?
Yeah, I mean, I've done that too, where I'm just like, oh, no, I committed. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't in good conscience do that.
Yeah. Let me change my entire game plan because of this one card I found.
Exactly.
All right, well, I'll stick to my original plan and grab this. Now, it said I have to reveal it, so it is a... it is that.
Oh.
All right, now I shuffled, and then I'll proceed to pass turn.
All right, I will untap. We'll draw. I will play Urza's Power Plant as my land for turn.
That is a land.
And then, let's see here. We'll tap Slow Ring for 2. And I want these lands. Fine. Going the long route. Route. To cast Angel of Destiny.
Ugh, gross. Of all the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
And then I will, for my next trick, tap those power plants and the Silver Mirror to play Contagion Clasp.
Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature.
Yep.
Then 4.
So we'll put the -1 on Heliod's Pilgrim, making her 0-1.
That is right. Sad day.
Womp womp. And then I will move to combat and I will swing at you, sir.
Yeah. I guess I'll take 4.
Okay. All right. And then, so that will trigger Angel of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So you will gain 4 and I will gain 4.
Yep. Putting you at 44.
All right. And then I will pass turn.
I'll proceed to untap. Draw.
Yep. And that does put you up to 8 commander damage.
It does. You are correct. You are correct.
Wow. That I could actually kill you with Tobias.
Yeah. I kept a bad hand, but like I said, I had to. I was not getting good stuff. So I'm at 5 mana now. 5 mana. What can I do with 5 mana?
I'm sure you can do something.
Not much, to be honest. Not much, to be honest. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is tap this for white and cast Galarian Aegis, equipping it to Heliod's Pilgrim. So it gets +1/+3. And since this is enter the battlefield, I'm going to tap a creature you control, and I'm going to choose your that guy, Angel of Destiny.
Okay.
Then
now I'm curious, just because I need to know if I need to untap it.
It will untap during your next untap step.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I'm tapping it for now.
That makes sense.
Yep. And then I'll proceed to tap 1, 2, 3 for a Umbra Mystic. So Umbra Mystic states that auras attached to permanents I control have totem armor.
Ooh,
so instead,
cool.
Yeah. So instead of Heliod's Pilgrim dying, I'll just sacrifice the Galarian Aegis instead.
That's cool.
And just because you keep hitting me, I'm going to move to combat, swing 2 whatever at you. It's a you're right. I have to pay for Ghost in Prison. Dang it. Okay, I guess I won't attack. Darn. All right, well,
it was a valiant effort.
Shucks. To be fair,
you like how I nonchalantly just started shaking that?
Shake. Yeah. Okay.
Shake the prison.
Did
you pay the tax?
Shake. Shake your prison. Shake your prison. And it's your go, bud.
All right. I will untap. I will draw for turn. I will play an island. And then all right, I will tap Soul Ring for 2, 3, 4, and a white to cast.
You have so much mana.
Mammoth. I know, and I'm playing white and blue. What is this malarkey?
It's because of the turn 1 play, right?
That and that Myriad Landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so I'm equipping the Mammoth Umbra to Angel of Destiny. So now Angel of Destiny is flying, double strike, and vigilance, and is a 5/9.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a thing.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I will then proceed to combat, swinging Angel of Destiny at you, good sir.
I do not have any flyers, so I will be taking 5 twice.
Yep, so taking 10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I assuming I'm gaining 10 life?
You do gain 10, as
1,
do
2,
I.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm back up to 35, but you also gain 10, putting you at 54.
Yep, 1 away. Dang it. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay.
Yep. Yeah,
all right. I think I've done my damage. Pass turn.
I will proceed to draw. Oh, sorry. I need to untap first. Got ahead of myself. I need to untap, and I'll play this mountain for turn. Now I have 6 mana. So I finally could cast my commander because she costs a lot. She costs 6. But what I'm going to do instead is tap for 6. So white, blue, and 1, 2, 3 for a Bruna, Light of Alabaster.
Ooh.
Yep. Just if I can stave off, but a little bit of Angel of Destiny. But Bruna, Light of Alabaster says that whenever Bruna, Light of Alabaster attacks or blocks, you may attach to it any number of auras on the battlefield.
Oh, hell.
And you may put onto the battlefield, attached to it any number of aura cards that could enchant it from my graveyard or hand. So,
shit.
I think that was the better play rather than casting Narset.
Yes.
Not much else I could do. I could attack. I really don't want to. So I'm going to end my turn.
No, you couldn't. You were tapped out.
You're right. Because Ghostly Prison is a thing. But hey, I have a decent blocker now. And she's already a base 5/5. So I'm okay with that.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's have some fun, shall we?
All right.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tap 3 to cast Crystal Shard.
Yeah. Dang it.
I will then. Oh, look! And Lucas makes a guest appearance.
Hey!
Especially as I'm about to pull out a win. Yep. I'm going to tap an island for a blue. I will tap the shard targeting
my Umber Mystic,
Bruna.
Dang it. It goes back to my hand.
Yes, it does. I will then move to combat.
Yep.
With Angel of Destiny swinging at you.
And I will take damage. You'll gain life. End step. You have more than 15 life. You win the game.
Woohoo!
Wait, you win?
Yes,
he did.
Won. Thank you. Yep, I won.
He did.
Very carefully. Actually, I got a really good starting hand.
He did. It was kind of dumb.
But I'm excited to see the deck run on the day I do the deck tech.
Hey, yeah.
So, holy crap, child. Go away. Let me finish the show. Go away, child. Go away. Let me finish the show.
You got time to do one more? Or
unfortunately, because of how today has been and with it being the 4th of July, apparently this kid wants to go blow up stuff.
Dude, yeah. Let's go blow up stuff.
Blow up stuff. So
I'm a little upset I didn't get to do my deck a little bit more, but
But you know what?
It wasn't about my deck. It was about yours.
You know what? Next deck tech, I mean.
Yeah, and this one's actually okay if I can get the land down right.
You know what? We should do that moving forward. When we do a deck tech, we run a game with that deck that you did the deck tech on, and the other person debuts a new deck, and then we just kind of bounce back and forth.
Hey, I like that idea.
That's actually a really cool idea. I like that.
I like that idea.
So awesome. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this deck. If you did, deck list is in the description, and you can actually purchase the deck. And this one is actually pretty affordable, all things considered. So if something you like, definitely pick it up. Let us know in the comments what sort of things you would add. This one I tried to keep it as budget as possible, so
you're more than welcome to make any changes to any deck anytime you want.
Yes.
And you can find my version of Narset on Tapped Out, Nightlight 95. I don't know if Josh is going to put it in the description below or not, but I know he's doing it. I
don't know if I want to spoil that.
Right. Yeah, you're right. If that may be our next episode. Yeah. Don't want to spoil it ahead of time. But yeah, it's a good deck. I've played against it twice now. I won the first time, lost the second time. So it's not a bad deck.
It's fun. I enjoy it. So awesome. Well, I'm going to hand it off to you, good sir.
All right. Well, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, thank you so much for stopping by. You can find me on TikTok underneath Light Knight Osborne. I do a TikTok series called Knights Declassified Magic Survival Guide. I recently uploaded an episode today talking about lands. And, Lands are kind of important to play Magic, as we find out. Yeah. Oh, fun fact, Josh. Did you know that wastes are technically a basic land, but they do not have the basic land subtype?
What?
Yeah, look it up. I found that out today because if you look at most lands like forest, mountains, the 5 basic ones, they'll go land - basic. But waste simply say basic land. That is their type, but they do not have basic as their subtype. Found that out today. Pretty interesting. Just leave you with a little fruit for thought. A little something for thought. Because on
nope,
the map,
I just pulled it up on Gatherer.
Well, that's the thing. Gatherer says it is a basic land, and I'm not arguing that it's not a basic land.
The other thing I'm reading, it is a typeless basic land.
Yes.
Okay.
It does not have basic as its subtype.
So why don't they do that for X-Men? Anyway, that's all.
But thank you all for joining. Until next time, this is Nightlight tapping out. Catch you guys on the flip side.
Peace.